Let's put the spotlight on BEML. The company did come out with a good set of earnings, but what's lying ahead? Let's discuss all of that with Mr. Shantanu Roy, who is the CMD of BEML, joining us on the show right now. A very good morning and thank you so much for your time, Mr. Roy. We were just chatting with the Defense Secretary, Mr. Singh, and he's very bullish on the overall outlook for the Indian defense industry, be it from exports, the private participation, the public participation rather, and the technology upgradation. You too have been holding a bullish stance when it comes to your defense order book. So give us some sense that where do you see this business growing? What are the growth numbers that you're working with, and what's really helping in terms of the segmental contribution for BEML?
Good morning.
Good morning.
And yes, we are quite bullish on defense. If you look at the company's performance in 24-25, vis-a-vis 23-24, 23-24 defense had contributed 19% to the top line, and now it has gone up to 27% of the top line contribution in 24-25. If you talk about the defense numbers, it has gone up by almost 41% in 24-25 as compared to 23-24. And if you look at the order book that we currently have, as on 31st March, 14,610 crores, of which defense made up around 28%. In 25-26, we expect to have almost an equal number in terms of the order book, out of which defense will form at least 20%. So definitely, defense is something which I see as a sunrise sector for BEML. And as far as the country is concerned, we all know, the way we have shown our mettle in the current situation.
So defense has to be the sunrise sector. That's the call coming in. But along with that, in terms of your recent news flow, Mr. Roy, we understand that you have launched your first EV fleet as well. If you can tell us more about this particular initiative, what's the broader EV roadmap and how will it impact the margin capex and your product portfolio going forward? How do you see that shaping up?
EV per se is, the future. That is the green initiatives that the company has. As a responsible corporate, we decided to, do away with the fossil fuel in a phased manner, the fossil fuel vehicles that we use for transportation. And towards that initiative, we launched the EV initiative yesterday. As far as our product mix is concerned, we are definitely working on the electric options for our mining trucks. Not only electric, but I would rather say that hybrid options, which are going to be the future. As far as our contribution to the sustainability is concerned, we already are contributing hugely to the carbon footprint savings, to reducing the carbon footprints by way of the mobility solutions that we have for the urban transportation, and now for the commuter rail, for the mainline transportation as well, by way of the Vande Bharat sleeper, by way of the metro cars. And we are also currently building the first high-speed train for the country. So these are all, our contributions towards EV, towards sustainability rather. It's not EV, I would say, specifically, but sustainability, to make the planet a better place to live for the future generations. And we are committed to it. As far as the defense is concerned, we are already working on the 1500 horsepower engine, which will be used for the new generation main battle tanks or the future infantry combat vehicles. And there also, by coming out with the electronic engine, a fully electronic engine with a CRDI system, which is probably not being used by the armed forces anywhere in the world. It will play a major role in sustainability efforts by way of reducing the carbon emissions, by way of increasing the efficiency or the consumption of fuel, reducing the fuel consumption. So apart from this, we also use renewable power. I'm sorry, the word EV is coming to me again and again. Uh, we use renewable power for our captive consumption, and currently it is around 90%. We have a wind turbine unit in the north of Karnataka. We have solar power plant, and we are also building rooftop solar in all our manufacturing units. The aim is to go with 100% renewable power for our captive consumption. And if we are able to generate any power in excess of our captive consumption, we'll be giving it back to the grid.
Mr. Roy, you recently also talked about setting up an 1800 crore rupee metro coach plant also, right, in Madhya Pradesh. Tell us a little bit more about this. How is it that it will contribute to your top line growth by, say, FY 26 to 27? And the update, of course, on making indigenous bullet trains as well.
So, before I talk about the Bhopal plant, which is going to shape the future of the company, let us talk about the rail and metro business. The rail and metro business, if you look at the performance in terms of the sales, yes, it has gone down by around 50% in 24-25. But that was more so because of the executable orders that we had, considering the fact that any rail and metro order, it has a gestation period of at least 2 years. But as far as the order inflow is concerned, last year's order inflow, railway contributed around 67% to the order inflow. And currently, as on 31st March, the order book that we had, 14,600 crores, railway share is around 63%. And in 25-26, of the total order inflow, we expect at least 60% to come from the railway. So that is the rail and metro sector. So that is the kind of visibility that we have for the rail and metro sector. And in 25-26 itself, we expect that the rail and metro and defense put together will contribute at least 60% to the top line of the company. Considering all that, considering the fact that currently we already have orders for 900 metro cars, we expect more number of metro cars and more number of commuter rail projects apart from the ones that we currently have. In terms of the track machines also, we have participated in several tenders, and we expect that in the second quarter, those tenders will fructify into orders for us. It's a huge growth opportunity for us. And towards that extent, it was very apt that we go for a greenfield project, a new project, a new plant, and a new location from where we can serve the country, which is centrally located. We can serve the northern part, we can serve the eastern part, we can serve the western part. And the plant at Bangalore, here the orders that we have and the kind of orders that we envisage with the Andhra Pradesh Metro coming up, with Hyderabad Metro coming up, with more orders for Bangalore Metro, with future orders from Kochi Metro, the Bangalore plant will cater to this part of the country, and the Bhopal plant will cater to the northern and the western, the eastern sector of the country. Apart from that, the bullet train project that we are currently doing, there we are building a new facility at Bangalore with a capex of around 230-240 crores. This facility will come into existence by September of this year, and we expect that in another couple of months from then, that is by December, this plant will become operational, and we will start the manufacturing of the current proto orders for the high-speed train, and any future orders for the high-speed train that comes to us will be done from the Bangalore factory. So that is how we envisage the growth in the railway sector. That is how we envisage the contribution of the rail and metro vertical to the top line of the company as well as the bottom line. The bottom line is going to be hugely enhanced once we do more and more rail and metro orders, once we do more and more defense orders. So that is how the outlook is for the company. And moving to a place which has the right ecosystem. Bhopal is a place where there is a already developed ecosystem in terms of the MSMEs in terms of the industry partners in Mandideep. Then we have Pithampur in Indore, and considering its connectivity to the entire country, and the land that where we are building our plant, it is next to the railway line. So it makes it the right location for us to build our new manufacturing unit. For the rolling stock, it can be for metro, it can be for aluminium, it can be for track machines, it can be any requirement for the railways, for the metro, that plant will be able to cater to.
Mr. Roy, lastly, before we let you go, you've hiked your order book guidance from the earlier 18,000 to 22,000 for the end of this year. Can you break down the expected drivers for this growth, particularly between defense, rail, metro, mining? Which segment is going to be leading this growth? And also, we understand you have some backlog from your FY25 orders, which is the reason why you've hiked your order book guidance for FY26. Could you share some timelines with us in terms of execution?
First, let me talk about the execution. So the backlog of orders, that we could not do in 24-25, those we will complete by December this year. Plus, in 25-26, we expect an order inflow of at least around 14,000 crore, out of which rail and metro sector should contribute around 60%, 20% should come from defense and 20% from mining. Considering that we will execute quite a few of those orders in 25-26, we expect that that on 31st March 2026, we'll end up the year with an order book of around 22,000 crores.
Right, Mr. Roy, so good having you on the show today. Thank you so much for your time. That's the word coming in from the management of BEML. A robust order book is what they're looking forward to going forward, and a lot of capex is well lined up to that extent.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.